Meet Thok again. It's the middle of the night, and his eyes just opened, wide awake. No reason, no noise, just awake. Sound familiar? If you've ever woken up at 3 a.m. for no reason, stared at the ceiling, and thought, what is wrong with me? This video is for you. By the end of it, you might actually feel better about it. Because here's the twist, nothing is wrong with you. You might just be doing what humans did for thousands of years. Let's go back to Thok. Tens of thousands of years ago, no bedroom, no mattress, just a fire, some furs, and the night sky. Here's how his night actually worked. He didn't sleep in one long block. He slept in two. First sleep, a few hours right after dark. Then he woke up. Not from a nightmare, just naturally. This middle of the night waking had a name. The watch. An hour or two of quiet time, in the dark. What did people do during the watch? Lots of things. Some prayed, some told stories, some just lay there, thinking, talking quietly, tending the fire. Then, eventually, second sleep until sunrise. This wasn't rare. Historians found hundreds of old writings mentioning it. Diaries, medical books, even novels. First sleep and second sleep were just normal words, like breakfast and lunch. So what changed? One word, light. For most of human history, night meant darkness. Real darkness. Once the sun went down, there wasn't much else to do, except to sleep. Wake up, sleep again. Then came candles. But candles were expensive. Only the wealthy stayed up late. For most people, dark still meant sleep. Then came oil lamps. Then in the 1800s, the light bulb. Suddenly, night wasn't just for sleeping. You could read, work, stay up late, go out. Bedtimes got pushed later. And later. But wake-up times didn't move. Jobs, schools, trains, schedules. Something had to give. The result? People started squeezing sleep into one tighter block. The two sleep slowly disappeared. Within a couple of generations, almost nobody remembered it. So, that 3 a.m. wake-up? Some scientists think it might be an echo, a leftover habit, from thousands of years of the watch. Your body quietly trying to do what it always did. Mind blown. Or at least slightly less worried. Okay, humans figured out one-ish block of sleep. But what about animals? This is where it gets weird. Dolphins don't really sleep like us at all. They can't. If they fully passed out, they'd stop breathing and drown. So evolution found a workaround. Dolphins sleep with half their brain at a time. One half rests, the other stays alert. Even one eye stays open. Literally watching for danger, while the other side dreams. Some whales do this too. Imagine sleeping with one eye open. Forever. Now, giraffes. You'd think such a huge animal needs lots of sleep. Nope. Giraffes sleep as little as 30 minutes a day. Total. Sometimes in naps of just a few minutes. Why so little? Lying down is dangerous. Getting back up takes time, and predators don't wait. So giraffes mostly nap standing up. Quick, light, ready to run. Horses do something similar. They can lock their leg joints and sleep standing. But for deep sleep with dreams, they still need to lie down, just not for long. Speaking of staying awake forever, some seabirds take this to the extreme. Frigatebirds can fly over the ocean for months, without ever landing. How do they sleep? In tiny bursts, sometimes seconds long. Sometimes with one half of the brain, while still flying. Imagine napping mid-flight, with your eyes half open. Now, for the other extreme, koalas sleep up to 22 hours a day. Their food is basically inedible junk food. Eucalyptus leaves, low energy, hard to digest, slightly toxic. So koalas save energy the easiest way possible, by doing almost nothing. Lions aren't far behind, up to 20 hours a day. When you're the apex predator, nobody's rushing you. Now flip it around. Elephants in the wild sleep as little as 2 hours. Less than almost any mammal. Why? They're huge but still vulnerable. Predators are always a risk, so elephants rest in short bursts, often standing, rarely lying down for long. So why do humans get just one block? while koalas get 22 hours? It comes down to three things: diet, danger, and brains. Big brains use a lot of energy. Sleep is when the brain cleans itself up, clears out waste, files away memories. Humans need that deep cleaning time, but we also needed to stay somewhat alert. Hence, two shorter sleeps, not one giant one. Some modern humans tried to push this further, way further. It's called polyphasic sleep, splitting sleep into tiny naps, sometimes just 20 minutes, several times a day. Online, there are whole communities trying this. Some people swear it works. Most don't last long. Days of brain fog, mood swings, falling asleep at the worst possible moments. Turns out, you can't hack millions of years of evolution with a nap schedule and caffeine. One more weird one before we wrap up. Octopuses might dream. Scientists filmed them changing color while asleep, flashing through patterns again and again, like they're replaying something. Nobody knows exactly what they see. But something is happening in there. Meanwhile, some cultures never fully gave up on segmented sleep. Long lunch, long break in the afternoon, a short nap, then back to work later into the evening. Sound familiar? Some call it a siesta. Others just call it lunch. So back to Thok. No alarm clock, no bedtime routine. Just darkness, firelight, and his own body clock. First sleep, the watch. Second sleep, repeat, for his entire life. And somewhere underneath all our modern schedules, a tiny piece of that rhythm might still be there, waiting at 3 a.m. So next time you wake up at night, don't panic. You're not broken. You just inherited something old, something from way before alarm clocks, way before light bulbs, way before you. You're just a little bit Thok.